in my very strong opinion, 90% of a certain caliber of Kenyan man with a certain degree of disposable cash is having sex away from his home. Fact. That's not 90% of Kenya. 90% of a certain guy.
A certain guy, yeah.
Who has a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
So he can afford to fly out of the country whenever. He can be sad here and go like, yeah, let's go to Mombasa, or let's go to Nakuru, let's go to Zanzibar. He can afford it. So he's in a place to satisfy his sexual cravings. That guy, today, more often than not, is having relations with another married woman because of convenience.
Okay.
You see, the single woman or the younger woman who probably encompass. She's trouble because that's the woman you're going to get 49 missed calls from. Why did you call me? Is your wife better than me?
Or she supposedly has nothing to do.
Yes,
supposedly.
She has nothing. Yes.
Yeah.
And when she has a lot of time, that's why she can give you 49 missed calls. But when you're dating somebody else's wife,
she has a life.
She has a life. You have a life.
Yes.
You know what times you're going to meet.
Yeah.
And what times you're going to depart.
Yeah.
You know what times not to call each other or text each other. You know to delete the messages you send one another. The single woman, she'll keep all the messages because she also has another agenda. The day you really piss her off, she'll find a way to disseminate all these messages to your entire family, including your kids.
Or she's keeping them because that is how she gets to be with you.
Yes.
For instance.
But she'll also keep them for insurance to some degree.
That's true.
Yes?
That's true.
Hence why I don't recommend all these selfies that people are taking. Why are you taking selfies with a strange woman and you've never taken one with your wife or your girlfriend? Doesn't make sense. So obviously there's a reason why, first of all, she's taking the selfie when you're asleep.
And naked. Yes.
Yeah? And she's doing big nonsense. Yeah? So don't sleep too much as well. Have one eye open. It's true.
But don't sleep there at all.
Exactly. As simple as that. And those are the things that are dictating what is going on out there. So 70% or 80% of married women must avail themselves to this married guy. Fact.
Yeah.
So when men tell me all our wives don't cheat, then unless Ugandan women and TZ women are just flying in to satisfy Kenyan married men, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
And it also boils down to, men should also accept, if you've ever slept with somebody's wife, you cannot omit your wife from that equation.
That's true.
The man I respect is the man who says, I would never sleep with a woman who is even involved with that man.
Yeah.
Like if she has a boyfriend, I would never sleep with her. I respect that guy. Because he's not part of the problem. But if you've ever slept with somebody's girlfriend, it means you could easily sleep with somebody's wife.
It means you're saying it's okay for someone else to do the same with yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when men become defensive about their women, I find that very strange. There has to be an adequate amount of vagina to supply the craving of these penises. Fact. There's no other way of saying it.
Yeah, so it's coming from somewhere.
Yes.
Someone's doing it.
Somebody's doing it. They are finding time to do it.
Yeah.
If you go to all these big hotels, what are people doing? Why are the car parks so full between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.?
And no one is eating.
No one is eating.
Yeah.
If you walk into the hotel,
it's empty.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
Go to some of the conference rooms, they're empty.
Yeah.
So where are all these people?
Yeah.
Yes? Or they're having partnership prayers in the rooms. No. They're clearly satisfying some urge.
Yeah.